Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Ball. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chilling with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Ball. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chilling with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough.
Listen, it has been a very quiet and Marvel-licious past couple of weeks, because I'd be lying if I told you that wasn't the brunt of the things that I've been doing. Because one thing that we have to do at Level 1 is to take breaks and we rest a little bit. Everyone except for Baron, who doesn't know how to chill a little bit. It's been a nice couple of weeks off. I really hope that my panel had a time to take some time off and then just relax, right? But this is the first show of 2025. Shout out to Legendary Yobi with the re-up of the membership, 16 months. Shout out to Yobi, man, always supporting and showing love to Level 1 Gaming. Shout out to you, my brother. Appreciate it as always, man. I see the family in the chat. Drake, I see you. Jax, I see you. E-Nate, I see you. Slash Crow, I see y'all guys in the chat, man. You guys are the truth, and I appreciate you guys coming through. Because listen, it's been so long. I heard feedback somewhere. I think it's Mike. We've been gone so long. There's so much to talk about. We're not gonna go backwards, all right? Because we're not gonna rehash all of that stuff. It happened and it's gone. You heard plenty of opinions about it. There's some new stuff that's been going down that I would love for us to really dive into and get into. You guys know how we do it, man. We're gonna get fresh opinions, hot opinions every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Thank you guys for rocking with me. Before I get to the introductions, just know if you guys want to support Lv1, Lv1gaming.com, which, by the way, as of last week, Lv1gaming.com is completely ad-free. It is completely there's not a single ad at Lv1gaming.com, right? So if you want to support us, you want to show us some love, you want to help us do what we do, please consider becoming a channel member as it helps us out the most. Feel free to super chat at any time. Hitting the like button is free 99. It don't cost you a thing. If you can do that for, helps us out a whole bunch. And again, please check out Lv1gaming.com. It is ad free now. The site is way more snappier. I think you guys can really enjoy it. Our writers work really hard. But I'm getting going with the introductions. It's been a while, but first up, my right hand, man, the Flo Hogo. What's up? The hardest of artists. What's going on, sis?
Oh, I've missed that. I didn't realize how much I missed that, but I missed that. It's been so long since I've seen y'all's beautiful face, aside from Des, because, that's too much beauty right off the bat. She's going to ease us back into it, She's gorgeous. We have to appreciate it when we got it. But I'm excited to talk about some stuff and hang out with y'all again. I've missed y'all so much.
It's been a minute. And I wish we could play Marvel Rivals together, Hugger, but I play ranked and you play PC. So I guess I'll see you in the quick play streets one day.
Hey,
but not
when
today.
they have cross progression and all that,
We'll make it happen. We'll definitely make it happen. But listen, next up, if your emails is popping and your DMs is full, that's because the communication director of Lv1 Gaming trying to get a hold of you, baby. Banj67, what's going on, Chief?
Hey guys. We're back. No, dude, it's wild. I didn't think I could get out of work for like 3 weeks. It was so awesome. I mean, I missed the podcast. And I'm back.
Yeah, we had an awesome guest on too. Del Walker was cool.
Yeah, man. Oh man, all that hard work. I mean, all that good conversation I missed. It just I love that for you guys. And I am here, present, and we're back. And like usual, much love to all our channel members, all our Patreon members. We got some special stuff coming up starting next month. Well, pretty soon we're going to have a new tier, and we're going to be having community game nights and all type of other stuff. So you guys make sure, help us keep these lights on. I'm going to be the one to always ask for your money because these folks are too shy to. We like money. We need money. We like your money, please.
Next up, one of the hardest working women in the games industry. She said she was too pretty for us to see her tonight, but she stayed rocking with us. Des, what's going on, sis?
Hey, what's up, y'all? Definitely didn't say that. Cannot find my camera.
Is your Discord acting funky too?
Oh, no, I just can't find it. Like, because, I was overseas for a while, and I'm afraid maybe I left it. Yeah, so I will try to be back in a week or two. I might have to buy a new camera. But, I mean, like, if y'all miss me, just pull... It's stupid. Just pull up that little chicken sticker that Fame made. I still can't believe you said
who gave him sounds.
Discord.
Just be happy I can't drop them bombs like old dude. Y'all just be very happy. Cause I would. Like, that's a bar.
Oh
Oh,
God.
Last
yeah.
but not least, this man is one of the best men in the industry. He is half of not the backyardians or backyard. What you call them? Des,
No,
not
you's
them.
right. Backyard again.
Don't
Back
try to bring
one
me up.
half
You
of the
messed up like 3
Oh,
times. Don't try to call me out.
I think I'm
I might like to mess up.
I don't even think they
How
want
does
to know
the
me
mic?
anymore.
Oh, I can't with y'all.
What's going on, Mike? Can y'all hear me? What's happening,
Yeah.
Mike?
I can hear you
How y'all
now.
living? There we go.
Oh,
What's
I'm
happening,
good.
Mike?
I'm straight. How's everything? All right. Well, anyway, I'll introduce myself. For those who do not know me, I am one half, aka 50% of the Backlog Barbarians. My co-host is
52%.
50%. My co-host is just above me, Baron, the guy who now has sounds and is going to be annoying. Yeah, that guy. We do the Backlog Barbarian show. I'm also the quiet insider. I'm also the senior tech gaming editor at gstylemag.com. And I play a shitload of games and I talk a lot of shit, but I'm here to have fun. So glad to be here as always.
Now, see, I'm wondering if you guys are able to hear this.
Welcome back, my friends.
Yes, we can hear that.
Yeah.
Welcome back, my friend. Shout out to the tech. Long you got, because I got sounds, Baron. I got sounds.
That shit is a
We playing.
2-pack of ass.
Oh God.
Because we say sometimes vulgar things, we know there's some words we don't. Never mind, I'm not gonna do that. Listen, we're gonna jump right into it. Dallas, legendary Yo Scott coming. I see you guys. Listen, we're gonna jump right into it, man, because that's a lot to talk about. And I want to first dive into Halo and Gears on PS5. Because this is something that some of us sort of it got speculated on, right? And as things were kind of talking, of course, we know more games coming here and there. But now it seems like these sources and people who are in the know are really saying, yeah, this is happening. We are going to see the day where Halo, right? We ain't talking Pentiment, right? We're not talking Sea of Thieves. We're talking Mount Rushmore. This is the thing. This is happening. I think this is the final piece or the final nail in the coffin for people to move past. If you guys watched my last 15 minutes of fame, I titled Xbox Fanatics Get Over It. PlayStation Fanatics Get Over Yourself. I think this is the final nail in the coffin to end the quote unquote console war, right? Halo and Gears, I think, is a monumental. Like this isn't like the rest of the games, right? This means a lot. Halo saved Xbox. There is no Xbox without Halo, right? It's synonymous with the Xbox and the Xbox brand, right? Microsoft is telling you, hey, none of that matters. It's paper. It's the almighty dollar at the end of the day, right? Now, I'm not saying at the end of the day, Xbox wouldn't revert, but it's too much smoke not to say it's fire in that house. There's too many people who have gotten many of things right before, and there's too many reports saying, hey, this is what's happening. We're hearing that Gears of War 1 is going to be one of the first one to drop before Halo does. And so, B, I'm just going to go over to you, man. We're going to get this topic going because it kind of lingers at some stuff from the previous year. But Gears of War and Halo native on PS5. Your thoughts?
I didn't think it would happen this soon. But the writing was on the wall. I mean, watching them, watching the whole, oh, it's only 4. Oh, it's nothing. What was the next step? It's a case by case basis, and then it was nothing's redlined, or what is that what they said? Nothing's redlined. Like these
No red line.
These are the official catchphrases from Microsoft or Microsoft representative. This is not just something the social media said. This is not something that your favorite insider said. No, these are words from official people at Xbox, whether it be Phil Spencer, which I think he said all 3 of these things, or somebody else. But so knowing that, the next step is which in my opinion is something that Microsoft's always struggled with, is narrative control. Not necessarily narrative cleanup, but narrative control. For example, and I always reference PlayStation because they're amazing at it. They will give you some of the worst news ever. price increase, cancellation of a game that just dropped 2 weeks ago. These are things that happened last year, but yet they deliver something awesome. Like, oh, Astrobot comes out, boom, or like they know how to hit you with a 1-2. Like, yeah, this one hurts, but let me hit you and then let me give you the carrot. Let me hit you with the stick and then give you the carrot. Microsoft will show you the carrot, but then hit you twice with the stick. Like it just
going third party though. Do you think they need to sandwich anything? Because I mean, at this point, I mean, let's call it what it is. They're a third party company, right? Do they need to? What they need? PlayStation got to sandwich it because they got to get you to still come back. Hey, buy this console. Xbox is for the third party. They don't. At this point, you putting your highest rated, your most popular games on a rival platform. Do they even care anymore? Like to give you the other piece.
They don't have to, right? Like you own the top selling game every year it drops, which is Call of Duty. So you are one of the top third party companies with Minecraft. Everything you got under not what was the dang, not Zynga, whatever they got with the Activision Blizzard King.
King.
So you have the top downloaded games in mobile. You have the top purchase games in console, and just one of the top played games across every device with Minecraft. It's weird feeling left behind as a console consumer. Like they haven't outwardly said it, but if marketing matters, which we know it does, and words have meaning, which we know it does, when they come out and say this is an Xbox, this is an Xbox, this is an Xbox, I'm glad they leaned into that. But it still kind of itches a little bit because I come from, we grew up with console wars. We grew up with this is better than that. We grew up with your version of this game does this and plays different when it comes to like Sega and Nintendo. Like we came up on those things. So to come like now witnessing a world where one of the big three is just like, I just want y'all to play my games on everything y'all got. It's weird because for me, I'm just worried that the console is not going to be a major focus anymore. I like consoles.
I mean, if you think about it, they got the deal with Samsung, right? We got Xbox on the Samsung TVs. Now the new LG TVs as well will come with Xbox on us. You can so I mean, they are sort of shifting. They're like, hey, we know Xbox. I guess it's called the code name is going to be Xbox Prime. We know what's coming. The hardcore fan base, the people who want a console, they want a standard box, that's going to be a thing. But we know their primary source is, hey, buy Game Pass. Here's a TV. Oh, by the way, your TV comes with a controller and 3 months of Game Pass. Enjoy all of these games, right? But really quickly, super chat from Jay Ramified super chat. He says, which one of y'all are bringing chitlins to the repass for yet another Xbox funeral? Listen, chitlins is nasty, number one. And number two, Xbox, it can't. They're way too big to die.
Yeah, they're not dying.
Ain't dying. Xbox is here to stay, just not in the same form of fashion that people.
And speaking on that, and I'm gonna be quiet because I'm definitely ranting. They are notorious for doing something that the industry is naturally going to progress to. They're always ahead of the curve, and they've really struggled to deliver.
Remember Cortana?
Well, we can go down the list. Cortana, what was their not the Vive. What was their AR VR? No, their AR VR.
What was that called? Mike played with it before. Way before everybody else got to.
Hey yo.
Yo.
He's a wild statement.
Wild style, okay.
But like that.
No, I did not get a I did not get a chance to. So.
But no, check this out. And then you take it a step further. Look at the Xbox One. I always refer to this, and you guys probably heard me say it a million times, and this will be my first time saying it in 2025. The Xbox One, everything about it, if it released today, except with better improvement of tech, as a function, it is everything we live in and how we interact with our technology.
Xbox One now with today's specs, but everything it tries to do with it now, would be
it would be the
no one would
console
have
that
fired Wolf.
yeah,
Yeah.
that would have been the best thing ever. It was ahead of its time. Like no, that it really we talk to our technology now on a regular basis. We're communicating with our technology, and I remember summoning weapons in Skyrim on my Xbox One with my Kinect. Like I remember, like cast fireball. I remember. Oh, pause. Like I just remember talking to my Xbox all day, and I was living at home at the time. So like it's a trip that technology.
I hope you live at home.
Well, stop. Look,
shout out to legendary Yobi with the 5 gifted, man. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to the people who got it, man. Make sure you guys show Yobi some love and support for level 1 game. And Mike, I got to swing you, man. Big Green is in, looking like Halo and Gears. Like this is gonna be. We know when those go, the floodgates is open. Those are headed to PlayStation. I seen your tweets, man. You seem kind of torn on how you really feel about these games coming onto the platform. What are your thoughts on Gears launching on PlayStation?
I hate it. Nobody's really gonna like what I have to say, but I have a few things to say. I think, while we all can, say now in light of, the direction that the gaming landscape is going, in terms that they won't be as many exclusives. I think there are just some things that should remain exclusive. It's the reason why you bought the console. It's the reason why you play it largely. You know what I'm saying? And I just look at, like, can you imagine a world where Nintendo says, you know what, we want Mario to be everywhere? No, it's never going to happen. And, now that, I'm watching what Microsoft is doing, and at first I kind of got it, but, and this is just my controversial opinion, but the more that I look at it, the more it's starting to look like the name of Xbox's console is not going to be Prime. It's going to be Xbox 365, because they're Office 365ing Xbox. That's what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? And I think now, the more that I look at it, I think now that consoles matter more than Xbox is willing to admit, because they know they can't sell them for whatever reason, so we'll put them everywhere else. I think this is why they're making the games accessible to PlayStation, Nintendo, because those fan bases are huge, and they want to get in on why? Because they're all console users. You know what I'm saying? What's PlayStation's console base? 150 million, give or take.
Yeah.
Nintendo about 100 million, give or take. It just seems to be now, and like I said, what I'm saying may be controversial. It's starting to look to me like more of a concession than anything else. As much as they're trying to make it seem like this is some altruistic gaming vision for let's share games with everybody, heal the world with games. It's looking less and less like that. And this is just my opinion. Nobody has to agree with me. I just think that certain things should remain where they are. I don't think Halo should be on PlayStation. I don't think Gears should be on PlayStation. It should stay at Xbox. That's where it belongs. It's sacred. I don't want to play those games on a PlayStation any more than I want to play God of War on my goddamn Xbox. That I didn't buy an Xbox to play God of War. I didn't. You know what I mean? I hate it. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I hate it. That's just my controversial take.
I would definitely say this, Mike. I'd be lying if I told you I thought I was gonna, shuck and say, "Oh, I think this is a great move." Right? I don't necessarily like it, but I also look at it like, if we boxing and you keep hitting me with this jab, and I just keep on coming forward, eventually, I gotta stop taking the jab to the face and do something different. And I think that's where Xbox is at. Whether it's right or wrong, whether we like it or not, I think that's just where they are. And they have to be different. I think when Phil Spencer tells us when Phil Spencer tells us that they've, lost the worst generation they can lose when everybody went digital and chose their platform, he was right. Because not too many people who got a PS4 and built a substantial library on PS4 is going to say, you know what, they don't look at the Xbox as an Xbox. They say, I got a PS5 and a PC. I got a PS5 and a Switch. Because the PC, no hate, don't kill me, PC gamers, right? The PC is for a lot of people, it's a and. I have a PS5 and a PC. Same for the Switch. I have an Xbox and a Switch. I have a PS5 and a Switch. Not just, I got a Switch.
But Fame, let me ask you this quick. I'm sorry, Des. Real quick question.
Go ahead.
Just based on the games, the release of games that are set to come out this year, if Xbox wasn't taking the path that they were taking with all the games that are coming out this year, and they locked them off to every console other than their own, you don't think they would sell a shitload of consoles to play those games?
I think they would.
Now you have now sown confusion, because now look at the talking points from the console war fools that are online. Now they're just saying, hey, I don't need to buy an Xbox. This shit's gonna come to PS5 anyway.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Why buy an Xbox?
They should have waited another 2 years before they make these decisions, in my opinion. Like you people have been, standing in your corner with miss game after miss after miss, and now you seemingly got these bangers dropping in. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and put it everywhere. They should have waited a year or two, in my opinion. But again, when it comes to people wanting their munions and they funyuns, they might have to eventually. Phil Spencer got a boss. Satya is running the show, and Satya say, hey, we got to make munions. I don't want to wait another year just in case these games are good and people flock over. I want a guaranteed 100 million PlayStation fan base that's going to possibly go out and buy this game. They want their money in. Shout out to NA with the Super Chat. He says, I need them specs on that new rig, Hugger. Well, we're going to pause the conversation for a second. NA said he want them. We see the Sponge busy.
Sponge busy.
We
and,
see it.
Spider-Man in there. It's a 480. And that's all the specs I have off the top of my head. Don't forget the dinosaurs over there. She is resting. But it is nice to
listen.
Let a solid 60.
Take that girl around back like old yellow, and put her down.
I'm gonna take her like the important parts and put it in a shadow box as like a memoriam. Be like, you served me. Started level 1 on you. Started my YouTube on you.
Nah, I get that. I'm sentimental with technology too. Des, you was about to make a point. I want to swing over to you.
Oh, I was just going to say, I think it's very obvious that a lot of these opinions are based in the US. You know what I mean? Like what we do. And it's not really like, we haven't really talked about like the fact that in Brazil, like their tariffs are so high that a lot of people can't afford consoles. Like worldwide, it's not like it is here. It's like not everybody can say I have a PC and an Xbox, right? Like that's just not the world view. And honestly, if you look at the numbers and statistics, the amount of PC gamers, not even based just on Steam, way outshadows any console. You could look up the numbers right now. So for them to say, and I do believe they're doing the research on this, but for them to say we want to put our games everywhere, I don't think it's a concession. I really think it's a smart move and the way that things are moving. That's not saying, we're going to get rid of consoles. I don't believe that that's going to happen for a lot of things. I think Nintendo is fine because Nintendo doesn't care about, the money from the West. They don't care. Xbox does care, and they can see that like just caring about the US is not making them the money that they want to make. So yeah, they have to put their games where people can play them. You literally have people playing, what is that, Disney game on like really old computers because their kids, why would they spend money on a new console when their kid is fine playing on a new computer? For example, like Hugger, you played on your old computer for the longest time. You made her work until you got a new PC. Like literally people do not have the money now to spend on tons of consoles.
Not around the rest of the world. Like my PC was $3,000 and that was cheap. I by the grace of God and streaming, I was able to get it, but
I forgot about them Canadian prices.
Oh yeah, the Canadian prices are ridiculous. Everything's at least $100 more.
But that would be my rebuttal to Des's argument. The PC entry is not cheap. Regardless of how many exist.
But she got like a beast. You can look up right now. Level. You can look up right now on
wanted to get into PC gaming. That's the thing. I made the choice. And
right, but you went through. and you picked pieces to build your dream PC. So yeah, it's going to be expensive, but they literally have PCs on, you can look it up on Amazon right now, that yes, they are about $1,000, but they're not, you're not just using it to play games. You're using it for homework. You're using it for other things. So it's a multi-platform system. That's my thing, is that you have people in these countries who are not going to spend money on something that they can only use for one or two things.
Doesn't make logical sense or space sense outside of
Well,
the US,
we'll agree to disagree on that one. But you know, I just think, you know, that to a certain degree, I think they're spreading themselves thin a little bit. That's just my opinion. Halo and Gears should never be anywhere else but Xbox or PC. That's just my opinion on that. You know.
No, and I'm with you, Mike, because for the longest time, I felt like it was going to be, you know, Activision games, but the Bethesda games, that all makes sense, right? But these true first parties, right? Shout out to Lloyd Metro, $2 super chat. He says, I agree with Geek Life, Mike, 100%.
Thank you, brother.
Showing love to you. But listen, I think at the end of the day, this is the beginning of the end of this conversation everywhere, right? Because now I think you gotta accept where Xbox is. And if you're someone who enjoys Game Pass, right? If you are someone who enjoys the controller style, oh, it's a little dusty. I ain't played with this one. If you enjoy the controller style, right? You enjoy, you know, being able to go back and forth between your console and your PC, Xbox is going to be there for you, and it's not going away. And you don't care if somebody else on another platform gets to enjoy your game. You're going to be fine. For a lot of people...
Go ahead, fam. Sorry.
No, I was going to say, for a lot of people, at this point now, they saying, hey, as long as I got Game Pass, I'm good. Go ahead, Hooks.
I think what we also need to remember is all the new gamers that are about to be traumatized by the Gears story. Let's eat that up, guys. There's a lot of people that haven't experienced what happens to our favorite boy that happens in the opening of this show. There's a lot of people that haven't experienced the Halo story. That's what I care about. I don't really care about a plastic box at the end of the day. I want to traumatize people. Ooh, that sounds bad. I want to get people traumatized by the game. I want them to cry, have the emotions that we all had at the time, because how many games have we gone back and like, I wish I could play this for the first time? That's going to be a lot of people's new reactions to it. And I wish I could have that experience again with some games. That's all I care about.
It makes sense.
Plastic little box. That's all. I just care about the stories.
I do want to be clear though. I love that gamers are going to be able to experience Gears and Halo. You know, I don't want to make it sound like I'm taking a crap on that. I'm just speaking as a purist in that regard. And I'm also just looking at it like, you know, if Phil Spencer were the head of Microsoft, I'm telling you, this does not happen.
1000%. I'll say this, and I've said it. Oh no, and I've said this before. Remember, you don't go from having that hostage conversation talk that they had with Phil, Matt Booty, and Sarah Bond. When they were sitting there, you don't have that conversation, and then 3 months later, completely nope, everywhere. Like you don't put yourself out there like that as a company. I think Phil in that lineup were a buffer between what we're experiencing now. Like this would have happened sooner if it was not.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I just got all of these ears to the ground, right? I'm not. Yeah. However, around the time all this stuff was going on, I got a couple of phone calls from some people who they got their ear in there, and they was literally telling me. We was on the phone for an hour that Phil and a couple of them were in the room fighting for this not to happen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they were the buffer. Yeah, 100%. This would have happened way sooner.
Microsoft is following Apple's playbook right now. You know, Steve Jobs was the visionary. He unfortunately passed away. Now we got Tim Cook. Yeah, we got iPhones everywhere, but they're boring as fuck. When Steve Jobs was the head of Apple, there was vision. There was so much to love about There was so much to love about having an Apple product. The commercials were A1. Steve Jobs was the visionary. That's Phil Spencer. He's the visionary, but he's got to deal with Tim Cook. Tim Cook's a corporatist. Satya Nadella is a corporatist. It's money. You know what I'm saying? Get your money. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't always make for a better thing. I just feel like they're spreading themselves thin. You know, that's just me.
Listen, THX 113080 says PS dudes asking for Halo and Gears is to gloat. I'm gonna tell you right now on social media, it's all for gloating. Anybody on X that's really
corny.
It's just to gloat. That's really look what it's corny as hell. But that's really all that a lot of them has had the opportunity to play Halo forever and a day. You've had the opportunity to play Gears forever and a day. And you never cared. You said the games were buns, they were ass, they were trash. Now suddenly you excited for Halo and Gears? You're lying. You're lying.
Social media, y'all. Don't listen to these people.
It's corny. It's corny. You know, I think that's so corny. And then a guy like me, you know, who is a PlayStation gamer who absolutely loves Xbox. I don't engage in all of that nonsense. Now I'm looking like I'm caught up into that fringe. You know, that glow to me. Like I said, I've been vocal about it from the beginning. I hate this. I love that I can play Halo on my Xbox and not anywhere else.
At the end of the day, I'm gonna say this, and we'll switch it up. I'm going to continue to play on Xbox. I enjoy Xbox. Like games like even third-party free-to-play games, Marvel Rivals. That's why I'm playing it on Xbox. Partly because I want to spend money on microtransactions, and I like the ease of having my card on my profile, and I don't trust PlayStation with my credit card information.
Multiple times.
Yeah, I'll never. So it's as long as Xbox is around, I'm going to play it. I'm going to use it. I'm going to be on PC. I'm going to play on PlayStation. I just think we got to accept where we are. And I think Xbox and Microsoft is going to make the decision that they feel is best for their bottom dollar. And if that means Halo and Gears goes to PlayStation, it is what it is. As long as I can play day one on Game Pass, we good.
And that's always what I hope, right? I know we got other things to talk about, but once again, double down on what you already established. Like, make the people who are already with you feel a little better about what's going on. Like, where's the big 30? Where's a bunch of third party stuff? Like, where's the land the big deals? Which we got South of Midnight this year is expected.
Somebody put out a report just recently, Baron. I think it was today, saying that a lot of companies have been turning down Xbox's offer for Game Pass. I forgot who. It might have been Insider Gaming that put that out. That ever since the Activision Blizzard deal, Xbox is getting turned down from developers and publishers for Game Pass games. Well, I'm like, that's that can't happen. But the beauty of having so many first party IPs is that even if you're not getting all the big third party games in there, you got enough first party games that they might start pumping out. Yeah, especially if they can pump out a game a quarter and still have all the indie titles, stuff like that, they're good.
Yeah, 100%.
They're good.
Bro, I'm an Ultimate member, right? Like,
yeah,
I am down. Like, I'm paid up for like 2 more years. I'm down. I'm ready. I just they don't know how to deliver bad news, bro. They just suck at it. Or not bad news.
Let me rephrase. $250 a year before too long.
Oh, easy. Easy.
Before too long.
Oh, PlayStation already charging what? Is it like 180? Yeah.
180, yeah.
There you go. And that's why I always sign up for it.
Games I want.
No,
listen.
Absolutely.
I do want to keep talking Xbox, right? So I'm gonna transition and talk about the Xbox Developer Direct, which is set to go next week, I believe, on the 23rd. Is that next? Yeah, next Thursday on the 23rd, we will have an Xbox Developer Direct. One of the games I'm super ridiculously excited about to see more of is Compulsion Games, South of Midnight. South of Midnight looks like it's going to be an absolute banger in every way, shape, or form. Don't listen to the weirdos talking about why they hate it. This game is going to be an absolute banger from head to toe. It's going to be really good. We're going to see that. We're going to see more of that Doom game. Doom 1776 or something like that.
Stupid.
We're going to see more of the Doom game. Expedition 33, which I believe is Sandfall Interactive.
That's going to be in the direct?
Expedition 33, I believe, is supposed to be there. And then there's a mystery game, right? On the screen, they got like a little question mark. And so Jez, friend of the show, Windows Central, came out and said, hey, and apparently he knows what it is. And he's saying it is a beloved, the same word for word, bar for bar, but apparently it's a beloved new entry from a beloved Japanese IP. Right, so instantly people are on X and Blue Sky like, yo, what can it be? Is it another? Is it a Final Fantasy game? Is it this, that, and the other? I'm seeing people go Persona 6. I'm seeing all types of games, right? But for me, and I'm gonna let y'all go around this. For me in chat, let me know what game y'all think it is. Now, I only bring this up is because I talked about this not too long ago on Podcast Unlocked with the homie Ryan McCaffrey. Ninja Gaiden makes a lot of sense here.
I was just thinking that too.
Yeah.
Ninja Gaiden I think it's the type of game, because he said people are going to be really excited, right? And I'm not saying Ninja Gaiden is one of the biggest IPs ever. I don't think it's Persona 6 time. I know a lot of people are screaming Persona 6, Persona 6, Persona 6. I don't think it's time. And I could be wrong. I think Ninja Gaiden would definitely fit the bill here, and they do have them old Xbox ties, right? But that's my thoughts. B, I'm gonna swing over to you. I hope I didn't take your game. If I did, I apologize.
No,
on this big Japanese game.
I'm gonna be real. I did think Ninja Gaiden, because it just, or Ninja Gaiden, like it just fits, and it always in my head felt like a Xbox game, like a Xbox 360. But what if it's like a left hook out of nowhere and it's just showing that Monster Hunter Wilds is coming to Game Pass?
Man, I'm gonna try to pull up Jazz's word for word, bar for bar, as y'all keep going.
No, that's just because my original thought was Ninja Gaiden, but just for the sake of conversation, I think it would be dope to show a huge, upcoming, excited Japanese game, and that people would be excited for, just going off of the keywords that people are using out there. We're gonna be hype. It's gonna make a lot of people happy. That would be a dope way, and that would definitely be a double down on Game Pass. Like, hey, get in there. You don't have to buy the big upcoming title. You could just play it with your subscription. That would sell me. I mean, that's my opinion on it.
I think the only way it's Ninja Gaiden is if they intend to shadow drop it in Game Pass that day. I think outside of that, I'm going with Final Fantasy 16. I don't think it's any of the 7 games. I don't think it's any of the 7 games, because I think as much as Square Enix wants to relegate all games now to all platforms, I don't think the remake series is going to be part of that until it concludes. That's just my personal opinion. And I think Rebirth is going to PC the same day as the Developer Direct, which is a coincidence.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's any of those. I think it's good. I personally think it's Final Fantasy 16.
Listen, THX 1138. You type Mega Man, and you know why I would love a Mega Man game. Have y'all seen Next Level on Amazon Prime?
Still haven't watched it.
Bro, there is a little Mega Man, bro.
Fire.
Bro.
Like,
look like the perfect cutscene cinematic for a game that's about to drop. Go watch it. Because when he said Mega Man, it's like, bro, I would love a new entry, like non-side scrolling, like a crazy new Mega Man game. But I do want to read this excerpt here really quickly. And I pulled up Inside Gamers article. This is Xbox set to get a new game from a quote-unquote legendary Japanese IP in 2025, according to a new report from Jez Corden and Windows Central. The mystery game during Xbox's upcoming Developer Direct would be a classic Japanese franchise. So keep that in mind. Corden didn't spoil anything regarding to the game, but he did say it has decades of history. The quote says, "Our sources indicate that the new entry in a legendary Japanese IP, which has decades of history and should make a lot of fans happy." He continued, "Indeed, Microsoft has won some strong support from regions lately from studios like Square Enix for Final Fantasy, getting Genshin Impact, which, by the way, is anybody playing Genshin Impact for free on Xbox? Because you need Game Pass, and Sega for Persona, and we suspect a new game will help further the trend." So, again, this is a game that is a Japanese franchise that has decades of history.
That's Monster Hunter. But look, let me tell you why also I believe in Monster Hunter. Why I'm doubling down on that. Why my bet is on that, just because Capcom, if I'm not mistaken, was very heavy in Game Pass. Like the Resident Evil series, like it just like I'm just saying. Have we ever had a Monster Hunter in Game Pass?
Yeah,
Was Worlds was in Game Pass, right? Or no?
The latest
I don't think any of them were they?
I don't think no, but
Wilds.
Wilds is the new one. Well, no, Wilds is the new one. Worlds was the was it
between
PC
the
Game
big
Pass?
one?
Oh, the
There
Iceborne.
was I'll just look it up.
Iceborne was just the last.
Can I just say what I think it's going to be?
Yeah.
Rise.
I was going to say Castlevania.
Whoa.
Mama.
Oh,
Castlevania.
Oh.
Wow. A Castlevania that nobody's seen. Wow.
Just because they're doing really good with the new show that they brought out on Netflix. They're about to hit us up with the new season, the second season. And then I think they had it wasn't Castlevania, but it was a game that kind of played homage to Castlevania that got added to Game Pass. I can't remember what it was. It was it was a while ago, but it wasn't Castlevania.
Bloodstained.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds
Castlevania.
Nice. Castlevania would be. Listen, Castlevania, a Mega Man, bro. Like, I'm thinking it's an older. Like, a lot of these games are older IPs, right? But I'm thinking I am on board with a Castlevania. I am on board.
Castlevania makes more sense than Mega Man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because Konami has been pretty much in the dark for a little while, as opposed to Capcom, which has been putting out a bunch of quality things. Plus, they got Monster Hunter on the way, so I don't see why they would want to mess up that hype. So I would say it'd be Castlevania more than a Mega Man. Paul, Des.
Dang, yeah.
Hey, Hugger, look at the picture.
What you did, bro? Y'all got me frozen or something, bro. Where's the meme box?
Y'all was frozen. Yeah, I was like, "Oh, screenshot."
It like me and Mike saying, "Ooh, baby."
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
We look like the Delphonics.
Oh my god!
I'm trying to get some of these in the chat. Let me see. What is chat? Chase said Castlevania needs a redemption since Lord of the Shadows 2. Lord of the Shadows 1 was a masterpiece. Drake trolling talking about Scalebound. Don't play with me, Drake. Whoever said we're gonna ban Drake's ass for playing with me about Scalebound, okay? Legend Yobi said this a world was in Game Pass.
Yeah, okay. So
and Rise is there now.
Drake said it too.
I'm just sure.
So yeah.
Capcom.
You know what?
It's time for Persona though.
Level 1 predicts Castlevania. Dez is an insider. You heard it here first. She said for sure it's Castlevania. I heard it.
I hope it's a remake of Simon's Quest. That's the Castlevania nobody talks about. You know what I mean? And that's my favorite Castlevania. I just wanted to put that.
Baron finna go grab something.
Wait, no,
you said something.
Wait, hold on.
Simon's
You
Quest.
know he got everything.
No, that's not true. I do got a lot of stuff. Wait, was this Trevor or wait? Which Belmont was this one? Was that?
Put it up closer.
Which one was the one with the? Was that Trevor or Simon?
Simon.
Yeah. Y'all see it. Yeah.
You're a nerd.
That's fire.
He always got something.
That's my favorite Castlevania, Simon's Quest.
Look, I'm not saying I got stuff, but I got stuff.
But I'm definitely looking forward to this direct. I think Expedition 33 is going to be a banger. I know people, because I'm an old head, I love turn-based RPGs. And I hate that every RPG maker, everybody went with the, basically turned their back on turn-based RPGs. Turn-based RPGs can still be fun. I think Expedition 33 is going to show that.
Wasn't one of them just up for Game of the Year? Was it Metaphor turn-based or was it turn-based action?
Was
turn-based.
Metaphor was turn-based?
If I'm not mistaken, it was a mix. It had the persona.
Yeah, it's turn-based action. Yeah, it's turn-based action.
Listen, either way, I'm for it. Shout out to y'all, man, in the chat, man. We're not done yet. We got more to talk about, but y'all have been awesome, man, talking in the chat, going back and forth, man. The likes have been unreal, man. I appreciate you guys liking the show, man. This is the first show back, and y'all showing us love makes us really hyped for what we can do in 2025. But listen, tomorrow, rumor has it, right, that the Switch 2 is supposed to be revealed tomorrow. I'm calling cap because Nintendo not going to just let it just pop up and say, here's the Switch 2, right? But rumor has it that the Switch 2 is supposed to get revealed tomorrow, right? Not only that, it's supposed to launch with Mario Kart 9, which I think is...
Lies. Cap.
I think it's amazing. As a family who loves Mario Kart...
That game's never coming out.
Yes, it is.
You have 10 more years.
See Metroid Prime 4 first.
Thank you. You got 10 more years with 8. Good. Look here, buddy. Get ready to buy the new Switch 2 with Super Mario 8 Deluxe Edition. And that comes with a month free of the maps.
It's gonna come
now
with a
on
box.
Switch 2. Yeah, on Switch 2, you're gonna have to rebuy your maps again. Watch.
Baron, I gotta ask you, who was the company that was showing the third-party handheld stuff for the Switch 2 at CES?
Shout out to Genki with the moon base. I think I wrote about it already. You can go find that on the website. I'll put the link in the chat. But I did not ask about the Switch 2 stuff because something told me something was gonna happen. And apparently there's stuff online talking about they was approached and the Nintendo ninjas came out and was like, nah.
Because when you told me, hey, he called me, he was like,
immediately. Yeah.
Switch 2, and I was like, ain't no way.
So check this out. There was 2 companies. For the life of me, I can't remember the other one, but Genki was definitely one of them. They outwardly in their email sent to everybody who went to CES. We're like, yeah, we're gonna be showing off some of our products that are gonna be working with the Switch 2, and you can feel free to ask us about what we know about the Switch 2. And I was like, it was like, no hidden, no embargo, no hey, quiet as this cat. No, it was just outward, and that's why it was funny watching it make it to Twitter, and everybody was like, look at the leak, and I was like, bro, it was in a basic email sent to everybody going to CES. So it was
how a lot of leaks happen. It's like a basic email going out to certain people, and like because the wider group of us don't know it's a leak.
Yeah, when I seen it, I was like Fame said, I really did call him. I was like, so this is happening, but yeah, Switch 2.
Man, listen,
I don't think it's real.
This is gonna sound crazy, but I genuinely don't give a shit anymore. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I don't care.
You okay about Switch 2? Somebody else said that in the chat. Who was that?
I don't
Black
care.
Ronan?
They ruined it.
I don't. They ruined it. I don't care anymore. And then I'm not even sure it was ever there for me because I'm trying to see what kind of Switch are we getting? Are we getting an updated Switch with 3 years ago technology? What are we doing?
Apparently, Mike, it's posted. The rumors have it that it's $400. It's going to have it's going to be like a PS4 Pro, which we know Nintendo is always a step behind when it comes to they don't care about power, right? And somehow all their games still look beautiful and run at 60 FPS. Or first party games, right? It's supposed to be $400. The power PS4 Pro. Here's my thing. With the Switch Strolly, I plan the rumor has it's supposed to drop in March. I don't believe none of this stuff, right? But the rumor has it. I plan on buying it if it's backwards compatible.
Yeah,
fully with my Switch now.
I'm gonna tell you my fear, and I keep jumping out of order. Y'all, please tell me to be quiet.
No, you good.
My fear is it's going to be a limited time backwards compatibility. If you guys remember when the
PS3,
well, yeah, but then also remember the DS, the original DS, you were able to play Game Boy Advance on it. But then when they modernized it, they killed that ability, and it was only DS games. So I got an OG DS. And I got a newer one. So I'm wondering if we're going to have a similar, because that's just what Nintendo does. I wonder if we're going to hit a point where it's like, oh, this one only plays Nintendo Switch 2 games. Like, it just...
Interesting.
They've done it in the past.
I just think we have to hold them accountable like we would if PlayStation or Xbox released a console that wasn't backwards compatible.
Stop, bro. These people sold us cardboard boxes and people bought
them. That's true.
Stop.
They sold them cardboard boxes, not me.
We said, not I.
Not I.
We.
Yeah, they sold them cardboard boxes. I don't even take cardboard boxes from BJ's. No.
You still get mad about the popcorn bucket, so.
Hey.
See, why you gotta bring up old stuff? Why you gotta bring up old stuff?
Here's what I'm gonna tell you where the Switch going to have competitions, because everyone's dropping a handheld now, right? And I think at this point you got to have more than, hey, we play Switch games, because everyone's dropping a handheld. Apparently Xbox might be dropping a handheld. There's so many handhelds dropping now. And they started the movement with the Switch. Let's keep it a buck. They did. These handhelds wouldn't exist if not for the Switch, right? The Switch was successful. Showed everybody, hey, you can do it. It has to be it's a $400 machine, so it's going to be way less powerful than the other machines. But all it does is Switch game. It better be backwards compatible. It has to drop. It has to start having something like it needs to have Marvel Rivals on it. It needs to be able to play Marvel Rivals.
That's fair.
I'm confused. Are you saying that like the other handhelds are also going to be Switch? Like you can play them. So that's why I wanted to know, because I was like, Switch definitely didn't start the whole handheld thing. Like,
in my opinion, we're not gonna have none the Steam Deck and all that stuff if it wasn't for the Switch. In my opinion, that's just me. I'm just saying. I think the Switch, the portable home console, if that makes sense, what I'm saying.
That's how they sold it.
The portable home console, I think that started a revolution. That got us a Steam Deck, the ROG Ally, whatever Lenovo was doing. I don't think none of this is happening if the Switch didn't pop off the way it did.
Because you know what? And I'm gonna agree with you because of the way that all of these modern consoles are sold in a way to where you could dock them. The modern handhelds, like just in that and. Hearing you say that,
that's what you mean, though. Like, it'll be another handheld that you can dock, because I mean, like, Nintendo came out with Game Boy years ago.
Oh yeah, no.
We're not talking that handheld. We're talking about the whole console handheld.
Okay. Because
not the Game Boy, not the Game Boy, not the Game Boy.
Gotcha.
Because for all intents and purposes, Switch is more looked at as a home console than it is a handheld. Yeah. It's not a handheld to me. It's a home console that you can take with you, right? So I'll look at that like as different as a Game Boy or a DS. Just to clarify, I apologize.
That's fair. Because I was very confused. That's why I kept asking questions.
I mean, the Game Boy set it off. And the PSP took it to another level, and then
absolutely. Okay, so I'm gonna disagree. I think the Sega Game Gear was incredible when it first came out.
I loved it.
I got mine.
Yeah, I think it pushed. Yeah, I think it really pushed because it was like the color, the graphics, everything like that. It was it was incredible.
Game Gear was fire. Game Gear was fire.
Was trash.
It was trash. I miss Sega.
The big ass DV8 or DCV8 Volt.
Yeah,
I have a quick question.
Trash.
Do you think that Xbox might be going the way of Sega? Like, Sega still makes games, but they're out of the console game, right? So I know a lot of people are fighting. Go ahead. Sorry.
I think Xbox is going the route of Google. And hear me out.
Remember they said
I say that because when you think about Google, you think about Android. I say Google, I mean Android, right? It's Samsung runs Android, LG runs Android. It's like Xbox is OS. Sega in a way, but I think it's like when it comes to like, hey, here you go, here's the games. But I think we're gonna come to a future to where Xbox OS is on multiple different hardware companies.
Absolutely, it already is because it's Windows. I guess what I was trying to say is that like, because I know some people are fighting really hard for like the console, like Xbox itself, but my question is like, do you think it, because Sega was just like, okay, we're going to step out of the console game and we're just going to focus on making games, and now you can play like Sonic and everything on everything else. Like maybe this is what they plan on doing anyways. I mean, I know it was different for Sega because they just weren't making money, and I know Xbox isn't making as much money as they want to, but I kind of feel like that is the way of it. Like in maybe 5 years, we're not even going to be having these conversations about the Xbox. It'll be like, damn, remember when we used to play stuff on Xbox?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I would say at least not for another maybe 10 years.
That's
10?
a magic number.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think 5.
Anything because the last person to bet on something on the show died before he could claim his bet. So no. Remember, Demi? He said none of these games would come to PC. He died.
Man,
I'm not betting on any of these things.
He do.
Demi did say none of the PlayStation games will come to PC, and then he died. Unfortunately, may he rest in peace.
Y'all make it sound like he made the bet and then died right after.
He didn't pay.
Kind of did.
He said if these games go to PC, because they won't, he would eat a hat
no sauce
with a brim, no sauce, and he died. Come on, bro, that's a cop out. Just fulfill your bet, G.
He always won when we see him.
Oh my god,
he always won when we see him.
Oh yeah,
wow.
He owed me my fair one. I miss Demi. Listen, if Demi was alive, he would think this was funny.
Yeah, just know that. We ain't talking crazy about the dead.
We're not reckless.
I think for me, once the PC entry point becomes less and less expensive, I think that's when Xbox is like, okay, we don't need the console anymore. But right now, it's still expensive.
And internet still sucks. I talked about that.
Internet still sucks.
Internet sucks.
Booty cheeks.
It is nowhere near as good as it could be.
If you don't live in like New York, LA, Texas, Miami, something like that, your internet is booty cheeks.
Yeah.
You still got the America Online disc in your crib. It's booty cheeks.
Not this man on AOL asking ASL.
Yeah.
Bro.
Listen.
Open up your mailbox, you have like 5 discs. Like, because just send me one last month.
Bro, we did used to get demos of samples of the internet.
Yeah.
I remember.
I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah. Used to get them in magazines.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Remember, get 10 CDs for $1.
Yeah. We used to get that disc, and they would put in credit card information. I used to put in random credit card information because it would give you a day of internet before they verified and realized. Because the technology wasn't instant back then, right? I would put in numbers and got me a whole day for they realized that them is bad enough. I probably should go to prison for that.
You probably should.
So like that's scary. This man telling on himself on man.
I was a kid. I wanted to sample the internet and to see all the things that it had to offer.
I'm not gonna say I previewed a lot of movies growing up, but I previewed a lot of movies.
Did you? God, I'm so old. I remember
the kid that had that channel with the squiggly lines.
Hey.
And he changed it.
Oh, return? Oh, that button was more on my house.
That button was smooth, wasn't it?
Man, why is this button all faded? Mind your business. Just watch TV.
Y'all are so bad.
Hey, do y'all remember when they started putting out the notices and it would pop up on cable that the cable companies were coming through checking black boxes? They was coming through running power lines. Y'all remember that day?
No, that never happened.
I never had that happen.
We had the notices and they was running up and down the block, running people's lines. It was wild, but yeah.
I remember, I'm old enough to remember when channels would just end. They would say goodnight. And then there would be
nothing else Beyond commercial would come on.
That's some old people.
Yeah. It would just be nothing.
All right, y'all, this is Channel 8. Good night.
I got her beat. I got her beat by a mile. Hold on. Here's where I'm going to shut the conversation down. I'm going to wait for Brother Baron to come back.
Hold on.
Hold on, though.
She seen the American flag every night before bed.
Oh no, this was in Germany. They didn't have the
said, "Good
American
night,
flag.
America."
They would just say good night, and then there would be nothing else.
Hold on, though. Here's the no. I don't think anybody would remember this but me because I'm the oldest person here. But I remember two things. I don't think anybody remembers WHT, and I don't think anybody remembers when cable. You have to turn a key to watch cable, and it was just 3 channels: HBO, Cinemax, or Showtime. I'm that old.
Oh
Give me my
my
old
God.
I don't know.
lady.
I remember.
love
I
them old
remember
ones.
when you had to play games on
Okay.
Channel 3. Like you could only
Oh,
play
yeah.
games on one
I remember
channel.
that. Yeah.
I remember
Just,
that.
yeah.
just go on your computer and look up WHT.
WHT. Okay.
Just look
Well,
up WHT.
now,
Dang.
Oh,
now you know this. They're gonna call us the Unk Podcast, the Geriatrics 5.
I mean,
Here pretty
that just
soon.
means
Mental, baby.
we know what we're.
My man Ender say, "Don't turn that dial."
Oh my
Don't you turn
god.
that down.
Well, listen, I am a backlog barbarian. That's what I do. I go back.
That's fair. I mean,
Yo,
like, I
listen.
think it comes with a lot of knowledge.
No, go
though.
ahead.
Just
But
look
I
up the
was just gonna say, it comes
Just
with
look
a
at the.
Go ahead.
Just look
I'm
up
so
the
sorry.
WHT cable box. Just look that up.
I miss when you could feel
man.
the TV after you
WHT
shut it
Home
off.
Network.
Oh, the warm and staticky?
Stop.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Ooh, I felt that in my
Oh.
spine.
I think it's really good though. I think the fact that we could say like we remember those times
Yeah.
and we remember playing those games, like
Yeah.
we've been around games for a while. Like
yeah.
because like we played games when there was no such thing as a gamer. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
We're
I
old.
remember
Yeah.
my favorite game for a while, believe it or not, was Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego on the old Apple
Oh,
I
desktop.
remember
That was
Yeah, I
so
remember that
fun,
game.
bro.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, I had a sick love for Oregon Trail and what was it? Those
Oregon
like
Trail, wow.
those grade adventures, like 6th grade adventure, like, and you would go. It was basically
Yup.
Carmen Sandiego,
Yeah.
but nah, Oregon Trail, man, dysentery was just destroying my household.
I don't
Yeah.
think I
Man,
ever beat
people
it.
still dying of dysentery. It's crazy. I just renamed it Corona. Listen, we're gonna get up out of here. Today has been one heck of a show, man. Shout out to the chat, man. You guys came through. Y'all were interactive. Shout out to all the super chats that came through, man. Shout out to Yobi for gifting the memberships, man.
Yeah,
Listen, if you guys
Yobi.
enjoyed the show, all we ask is you hit that like button. It's free 99. If you want to support the channel, man, please consider becoming a channel member. We got multiple tiers. All the tiers help us do wonderful things. You guys keep the lights on at lv1gaming.com, and I couldn't say more about that. Listen, we are back. We're doing this weekly show every Wednesday. Don't forget, every other Sunday is Backlog Barbarians. We got other stuff coming on. B, go ahead. You got something to say.
And members, people who join up, members and Patreon people, patrons, you actually will be able to get an after show stuff. We're going to be having an after show every week, and it's going to start this week, and we're going to talk crazy, and you get to come see us.
Not too
even more.
crazy.
Well, I don't know. It depends.
Yeah, so if you remember, you're gonna get today's after show tomorrow or Friday. Shout out to Xbox Expansion Podcast, Luke. Listen, I gotta now that we back and we moving back and doing content, I gotta get on Luke's show. I gotta get on Xbox Expansion Podcast and rock with my boy. I was playing Marvel Rivals with the other day, and them boys is wilding out on there. They good people, man. The like button has half a calorie to press. Takes half a calorie to press.
Man.
Well, listen. Lose 400 calories, everybody, by pressing that like button. Again, subscribe if you have not. Consider becoming a channel member. It's been real. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Black Ronan, THX 8088, Chase, Legendary, Sly Crow, Drake. I can't name everybody, but I appreciate all y'all for coming through. We'll be back next Wednesday. And with all that said, congratulations, you guys leveled up. This was Lv1 Gaming Podcast. We'll see you guys next Wednesday. Peace.
Bye.
Onions.